Welcome back to the shop, my guys, and today I'm gonna make a bit of a shop tour for you. So it's been a little over a year since I got this place. When I just came here, it was almost nothing here and I had to build everything by myself. If you haven't seen the very first video from the shop, I suggest you go do it. The link will be down in the description. So getting this place just changed everything for me, because before my workshop was just a little table that stood right next to my bed, and I used to like grind and sew and drill stuff. Then I moved to my own place and I had no space at all to keep my tools, so I had to do something, and here we are. So my shop is split in two parts. One is the main working area and the second part is this kind of a main cave thing. And I think I'm gonna start showing you around from the main workshop. So let's go there. So this piece here is what I was telling you about earlier. This thing stood right next to my bed and I was like grinding stuff and drilling stuff, and it was like super messy. And I was living with my mom at the time and she was like super mad at me but like here it's all good. So right above I have this new ventilation system that I've made. You can see that it's obviously not complete yet. There should be another hose here going to the table and sucking out all the fumes from the soldering and stuff like that. I can open or close this bit here, and I want to do the same thing with the hose that's gonna go here. So I will be able to choose which line is sucking the air out. And behind this table is probably the worst plumbing job you have ever seen. That was the first plumbing that I have ever done. It looks very strange, but it works and it doesn't leak, so I'm kinda happy about that. Previously the pipes were coming from the wall and going straight to this radiator here, so I have cut them there and made this weird looking construction here to add another line to it that goes there, and those pipes go along the wall to this radiator here. But this motherfucker does leak a little bit. It fills up this bucket in about a week, so it's not a very big deal, but of course it sucks. And underneath the heater, the pipes are going forward to that part of my shop that I'm gonna show you in just a second. So in between the table and those shelves, there is a little bit of a gap here, and I left it here because I want to put a bandsaw station here, but that's gonna happen somewhere next year. But for now, it's just the chair. So on these shelves here, I keep the stuff that I use often. Stuff like paint thinner, spray paints, this wooden sticks, really useful. Tapes, oils, lubes, glues, painting stuff, some metal angle irons, I use those a lot, cables, zip ties, velcro, stuff like that. It's all here by my hand when I need it and I don't have to go somewhere to get it. And here I have the large fire extinguisher and a fire towel just to keep the things safe. So in the previous video I have made this table. It holds my air compressor, my table saw, and it has the flip top miter saw. So if you haven't seen the previous video, go do so. So on this rack here I keep a lot of different materials and some of my power tools. And on the left there is this new card that is not yet complete. I still want to add a lot of stuff to it, but that's also gonna happen next year. Here is my small fire extinguisher, some drill bits and light switches. This one is for the main light here. And this one here is, yes, you guessed it, that's from the light on my loft. And up there is my little loft. To get there I had to use this ladder. So that is my little storage loft. It's a bit scary up here, but I'm good with it. I really want to add some more shelves on this wall. Maybe some shelves here, maybe here. To really clean up all the mess and organize all the things like I wanted. There is this window here, and through this window you can see the second part of my shop that I'm gonna show you in just a second. And yeah, this is my loft. It's very small. So now we are entering the second part of my shop. This place is quite tight, so it will be kind of hard to fit in a frame, but I hope you'll get the idea of this place. This part of my shop is more like a little man cave. So right behind me is the entrance to the main shop, and right in front of me is the exit from my workshop. And next to the door we have a little utility sink there. This thing right here is one of the most useful things I have in the shop. It's just so nice to be able to wash your dirty hands or just clean your tools or whatever. So it works from this main water tank here, and the water in this tank is actually quite warm because the heating pipes are actually going right next to the water tank, so they warm up the water quite a bit and it's nice and warm. So the water from the sink goes down to this bucket here. When it gets full, I can just dump it out. Here I also keep some of my cleaning solutions. I do add just a tiny bit of Clorox to the water to keep it nice and fresh. And this thing here is something that I just have made. This is basically just a water pump that works with any kind of hand drill. You just connect it here, and a little switch here, and another pipe that's going up to the water tank. And this thing here helps me to deliver the water to the main water tank. I just put this end of the pipe into the water tank that I bring from home with fresh water, and it pumps up the water up to the main water tank. So on the left from the sink is another heater that I just have installed, and right above it hangs my bike on this little handmade rack. And to the left is this folding set of chairs. These are very useful when I have people coming by, so it's kind of nice to have them. And to the left is the exit from my workshop. My arcade stands right next to it. If you haven't seen the build, go watch the video. I have just put it on sale. Let's see how it goes, but for now it just stands here. Here I got some fresh drinking water, and here is the little shelf with the camera stuff, books and crap like that, and my little table from the left of it. And right above us is another little loft. Let's go up, I'll show you how it looks from there. So this here is a little chill spot when I can sit and relax. I have this little IKEA foldable bed thing. The ultimate dream is to have a little TV with PlayStation here, but for now it's just books. Another heater here, so it's really nice and warm in all of my workshop. That's how it looks from here. Kind of cool. So to pay my bills, I work at the constructions, and almost all of the tools I use to work. So just another advantage of all this is just a place to keep my stuff. The air here is like perfect humidity, not too moist and it's not too dry. And with all the new heating system that I have installed, it's nice and warm during the winter. The average temperature here is about 18 degrees Celsius, so it's like bang on for me. Because before I had to use my infrared heaters and I almost never turned them on because they were consuming a lot of electricity and it was super expensive. So it was kind of very cold in this place and I couldn't spend much time here last winter. So during the summer I decided to pipe it all up with the new heaters that work from the central heating, and it's basically free. So I think that's gotta be it for the shop tour. There are still a lot of stuff that I want to build and get next year for this place. Things like industrial sewing machine or a bandsaw. I don't know, I just got to have it. Once again, thanks for sticking around with me. Consider subscribing if you like my videos. I know there are a couple of you that watch every single video of mine and I really appreciate it, so thanks again and goodbye.